the Dawg Cage. I'm your host, Kendall Hyde. The Dawg Cage will bring you stories of athletes across the Chicagoland area. This week we have Ahmad Starks. Let's jump right into it. Hello, thank you for coming out, Ahmad. How you doing?
Good, how you doing, man?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, no problem. So, you came up in this small fry era. You were like one of those original guys that I remember being an iconic small fry figure. Do you wish that you came up in this new generation of small fry guys?
I would say my time was great, but this time they have all the, like you said, the mixtapes and the YouTube sensations. Chase Adams, the YouTube sensation, and many other guys. They have all these highlights to go with their performances. I didn't have that, but I definitely was early in one of the legends. Definitely one of the best small fry players ever. But I wish I had come up in their time just for all the extra footage.
How would you describe the basketball scene here in the city of Chicago?
It's amazing. Professionals from Tim Hardaway, Derrick Rose, Nick Anderson, the list goes on. And you have that grit, that dog. Just so many great players come from here. So the competition is raised. You want to go out there and prove you the best. This person want to be the best. So they meet up on the court and you test it out.
Now, coming out of small fry, you have so much early on success. What made you want to attempt to go to Whitney Young?
Whitney Young became the obvious choice for me. Just the academics were a huge part of that. But then also I played for the Ferrari AAU program. And when Tyrone Slaughter got the job, I think the second time at Whitney Young, he brought all the players with him for the most part. And so with everybody going over there, it just seemed like the right fit. And then it became a great fit for me. We eventually won state championship and went back down and played my team.
Now, what kind of coach was he? Because he had so much success there at that program.
Ty's a good coach. He's a great motivator. Man, he know how to get everybody up for the game. He can relate to the players. It's hilarious. And so it was him doing a good job, as well as we had a good staff as well. The professional basketball players chiming in from time to time. So it was great.
And then, who were some of the early guys that you looked up to in the Chicago basketball scene?
Early on, for sure. Being a smaller guard, Jerome Randall sticks out. Super to me, Sharon Collins was big for me. Obviously, Derrick Rose was good, but there's so many guys that were you could just pinpoint and be like, man, he got it. But that creates that culture. So many of those guys with the grit and the great playing style who you want to emulate. That just creates a great culture that we have.
Now, so you were at Whitney. You guys had a great team. I would say all 4 years, right?
Early on, it was kind of rough. My first year we won the Frost-Off City Championship, and varsity was so-so. But then the next year, we come back my sophomore year with the #1 team in the state. So pretty much my last 3 years we were big time.
You played on varsity a little bit, right? Your freshman year?
Yeah, I was up and down my first year.
So you on like a little two-way contract deal in high school?
Something like that.
Now, so who was your toughest matchup?
Toughest matchup, man. Other than the guys I played with in practice, there were so many battles, but I don't know, my senior year, it had to be Mike McCall. He had a great senior year. We played North Lawndale Foreman twice, and had great battles with them all the time, and Mike was showing out, so it was definitely a tough one, but there's so many great guards coming up throughout the year.
And so you mentioned your team. You guys probably had crazy practice. You had Anthony Johnson, Sam Thompson. You had so many more guys. So how crazy were those practices for you?
Unreal. Like, it made you better coming to practice every day. Just trying to get so many future Division I players, or could be Division I players, or professionals. Like you said, Anthony Johnson, Sam Thompson, Derek Randolph, Tommy Hamilton, Chris Colvin, AJ Rumson, Marcus Jordan. The list goes on. And so just competing against those guys every day was unreal. You got better every day.
You never got caught in transition with Sam, did you?
Never. Never. I dunked on Sam before he dunked on me.
Now, being at Oregon State, it was kind of like it was a rebuilding time for you, right? What were some of the best things that you remember from being at Oregon? Because I know sometimes when it's a rebuild, it's kind of stressful on the player.
My first year was a lot of adjustments to be made, adjusting to playing against grown men, also different coaching style from what I was used to in high school. So it's a lot of adjustments. And then another one was just, like I said, playing against those grown men. Like I'm 17, 18 going into college.
Right.
Some guys 22, 23, grown men was playing against pros. Derek Williams, who the next year he was second pick in the draft, or Nikola Vucevic that's killing on on Orlando. He was just an NBA All-Star. He was at USC my freshman year.
Right.
So we played 1-3-1. I'm in the back messing around with him and another 7-footer. It's trouble. So it's an adjustment.
So now your senior year, that Simeon dynasty came into play. We're gonna rewind a little bit. Did you see that coming, or was that just a surprise to you?
I did not see that. I definitely saw. I know when D Rose and then went back to back. That was great, and I thought I had a back to back. I saw that. Man, I really saw that coming. 09 and 2010, but they got us in the championship, and you know, kudos to them. Jabari Parker, Kendrick Nunn, they were young at the time. The best player on that team was Brandon Spearman.
Dawg, at Hales, right? He started off?
He started off at Hales and went to Simeon. He was actually on my AU team, Illinois Warriors. And so it was fun competing against him that year. But he got the best of us in the state championship. But I didn't see that dynasty taking off like that. I knew Jabari was going to be great, and Kendrick as well. But kudos to them. That was great. 4 in a row was amazing.
Now, I hope no future jobs are watching this, but I did lose $10 on that game because I swore I thought you guys had it. You know, until you, and when you went, I was in like 7th grade. That's a lot of money to lose $10, man. So, you know, I'm gonna have to, I don't know what my perspective about that, but it won't be you, you know. So when you get to OSU, you have great success. You have you have a 3-point record.
Yeah, all-time leading 3-point shooter. I got that record in 3 years, so I wish if I saved the 4th, I would blew that out the water. But it was a great, and 1,000 points in the 3 years as well. And so it was a great time.
All right, so now when you transfer into U of I, you have guys like Kendrick Nunn and Jalen Tate. What was that like going against them, especially with Kendrick Nunn being on that Simeon team that knocked you guys off in that back-to-back?
Competing with them in practicing was fun off the rip. Like I wanted to kill them. The Simeon guys who beat us. Just that Simeon name, Whitney Young, that's a rivalry off the rip. But knowing them from when we were younger, that was like family. You know, being from Chicago, so having some more Chicago guys around was great. And it was competition, but it was also love.
And I know you're probably happy to see him with the Heat right now, right?
Yeah, of course. Big time. I'm happy to congrats them.
So now, once you came out of high school, you had a lot of steam going. You know, you wound up going overseas. When did you get that realization, you know what, overseas is my move, not the NBA?
I realized that, you know, probably in my last year of college, playing in Illinois, just because it wasn't going to the level that I needed to go to make it to the NBA, but also it's hard to make it to the NBA. So limited spots, so becoming a pro is hard regardless. So you look at those numbers, those are slim, and then you looking at making it to the NBA, that's even harder. So you realize that, and you become okay with it. You still can shoot your shot at any given time. You still try to make it, but you knew my first step was going overseas, and you know, I went that route, and that was okay for me.
So you had a plan B. What would have been your plan C if you didn't want to go overseas?
It was to become an entrepreneur. My parents are entrepreneurs growing up, and so I'm in the fold of, you know, becoming an entrepreneur right now. So doing that at the same time as playing professional basketball give you options or multiple incomes, and so it's what everybody should aspire to do. You know, think about what else you want to do outside of basketball.
Right.
Don't lose sight of those dreams, those goals. Fight for that as long as you can, but also there's life after basketball. Whenever you finish up, whether you finish after college or you play 20 years, like LeBron, Kareem, or something like that. So it's life after basketball, whenever that may be. So you want to know what you like or what you can get into, get that degree, and then go on to something else.
Free education, ladies and gentlemen. And that's great because there's so many kids around the city and just kids everywhere that they just think it's league or go home. They feel like they let their family down if they don't make it to the league. But you guys see right here, a legend in Chicago. He has a plan A, B, and C. So thank you so much, Ahmad, for coming out to the Dawg.
Appreciate you guys having me.
Thank you for everything. So what should we be expecting coming from you next? You can take a walk with me.
Next up is either back to South America. I played in Brazil last season, so either back to South America, Europe, and then also working on a multi-entertainment complex in my neighborhood, South Shore.
Okay.
Should be being built next year, so be on the look for that.
Perfect. Thank you so much once again.
No problem, man.
You enjoyed the last video, didn't you? Be sure to like and subscribe to the page for more great video and great content coming up soon for you.